We've got a spirit made of a million fists attached to a million arms that are too busy hugging to pick a fight. We've got smiles made of a million kids with survivors' eyes and salvation mouths. And yeah, maybe we've suffered or gotten too used to surviving, but we're here. We're here and we're in love with ourselves. And what makes us us is our ability to love life in spite of what life does to us.
Welcome. We'd like to thank everyone for coming out for this stage reading tonight. You all look so beautiful. We think we have a winner on our hands with this one. Now, for those new to this, a libretto is the text of an opera, including all stage direction. So without any further ado, we present to you the libretto of the opera, Death of a Black Boy. Curtains open. Sun rises on Anywhere USA. Small kitchen with mother at stove. We never see her face. The black boy sits at table eating soft piano. Mother sings a song, How Lucky Am I to Have a Boy Such as This. Violins giggle, cellos chuckle. The black boy sings a song, I'm gonna get us out of here one day. Enter father. Director's note, the part of father has been canceled. Replace father with empty notes from woodwind section. Woodwind section plays the song Absence, Act 1. Enter mother's boyfriend. Director's note, the role of boyfriend shall be titled temporary or fill-in regardless of instrument backing. Boyfriend sings song, Woman, where's my breakfast? Why you feeding him first when I'm the one helping you with these bills? Director's note, option to replace this song with Give Me Your Car Keys. Boy leaves. Piano 1 and 2 begin walking music. Concrete will be played by strings. Percussion performs song Broken Glass Everywhere. Act 2. The black boy tries to make it to school alive. The black boy walks through his neighborhood. Cue homeless men, cue daytime hookers, cue drug dealers. Drug dealers sing song, I Got a Job for You. Blaring car horns by trumpet, section 1, all instruments stop. Cue single snare drum. The black boy enters school. Lockers sing the song Insecurity. Walls perform Inferiority Complex. Teachers sing Overworked and Underpaid. Career counselor sings You Won't Live to See 20, so why discuss job opportunities? Principal sings I've touched a child in an inappropriate manner. School board sings Keep the student-to-teacher ratio high enough for federal funding, and if things get bad, fire a teacher. School desks perform Medley, Get Them Behinds in the Seats. Students perform All in All, Just the Brick in the Wall. Act 3, the black boy goes home. Cue timpani for gunshots. Next section is simultaneous. Stage left, mother sings Will my son make it home today? Stage right, father sings I'll do better tomorrow. Upstage, boyfriend sings When Did I Stop Caring? Homeless man sings I Used to Live Around Here. Hooker sings Does Anyone See My Babies? Drug dealer sings If You Don't Care, So Do We. Police officers cue neighborhood vigilante, cue stand your ground. Black boy sings song Wallet on my ground, sun in the sky, bullet in my back. Cell phone in my hand, bullet in the face. Sandwich in my hand, bullet in the head. Skittles in my hand, iced tea in the blood. Cigar in my hand, collars bound in the wind. Enter 100 police officers singing Bad Moon Rising. Cue Fox News singing Pleased to Meet You, Hope You Guess My Name. Cue 1,000 bullets singing Dead Men Can't Be Witnesses. Keep snare, add bass drum, upright bass with both off-key piano, all instrument style, cymbals crash harder, yes, and stop. Violins and cellos hum of a million bees whispering. Single streetlight center stage on Black Boy. Sopranos sing and the blood came a-trembling down. Cue Alan Jesse, tenor sing Too Much Too Little Too Late. Light fades to black on Black Boy as moon sings Change Gon' Come, the end. Director's note, if we do this right, we can bring this opera back every week around the country and they'll never notice. Tell the producers we have a hit on our hands.
My journey is so that my mother's work will not have been in vain. And my son can be promised a better tomorrow. My journey, your journey, our journey says, why not you? Why not now? Stop being ordinary when you were put here to be extraordinary. My journey is you.
In case I never talk to him again, I came up with a few rules for my son. Anybody hearing this, feel free to share them and pass them on to him if you see him. Tell him I love him. In no particular order. Don't talk to strangers. Don't trust anyone. Don't look anyone in the eye. Do not fall in love. And most important, don't listen to your father. Don't drink. Don't drink to be cute. Do not ever drink to be sociable. Son, if you're gonna drink, I want you to drink to get drunk. Fucked up. Shit-faced. Stumbling, bumbling, rumbling in the parking lot, fighting with your best friend, swinging at thin air, puking like you just swallowed a rock band, serenading a girl you just met that night, wake up the next day in your neighbor's yard with one shoe on but no regrets. Don't date a woman who paints her nails red. Date a woman who is red. Fall in love with a fire engine. Fall in love with a fire. Appreciate how a good woman's love burns your inadequacies to cinder. Observe how a great woman holds a canyon in her face and calls it a smile. How her lips have lips and they always become closer. Love a woman's hips the same way the moon loves the ocean's tide. Close your eyes and listen to the waves crash against her surf. Crash into a woman's hips, this like ocean waves on the moon. Crack craters into her moon. Paint your face with her conversation. Keep her secrets beneath your eyelids. Seek her truth in cornerstones. Rub the granite of the first step of any Baptist church in the world, and she'll moan wherever she is. Wherever she is, a beach is soon to follow behind her. Boy, you better learn how to chase sunsets. Keep tomorrow always on the horizon. Be good to your todays and yesterday. Screw yesterday. Literally. Make love to your most recent moments and memories. Never lie to your yesterdays, lest they think of lying to you when you get older. So next, I want you to learn how to perfect the art of lying. Sit and watch CNN and Fox News every day until you're able to watch an entire hour of that shit and not throw up or laugh. Look at yourself naked in the mirror every morning and say, I am beautiful, I am beautiful, I am beautiful, till it sounds like a gospel. Then break the mirror. Break all mirrors in your house. In fact, ignore any reflection of who you are until you are forced to know the reflection of your character by the reflection of you in the smiles or frowns of people you meet. So make all your mirrors flesh. When faced with stupid people, smile. Silly people, smile. When faced with bigots, smile bigger. Keep grenades in your mouth stuffed with shredded Bibles and dictionaries. And when those people come up to you claiming to be your haters, hug them close, kiss them on the mouth, and pull the pins of the grenades with your teeth. Remember, when you pray to God, God also prays to you. Never get too old for cartoons. Never try any drugs, unless I'm there to test them out for you first. Remember, there's nothing a good joke or a good left jab can't fix. Never tell a woman no when she says she wants to go dancing. So learn how to dance, learn how to kiss, kiss until you cry. Most important of all these rules, tell him to kiss his father sometimes. When I'm old and have lost my way, tell him to kiss me. When I've gotten so old I can't remember who I am, tell him to kiss me. When he becomes a father and realizes how little I could have prepared him for this life, tell him to kiss me with all the pain, all the confusion, all the unanswered questions. In fact, screw this entire list. Just if you see my son, tell him to kiss his father. Or let his father kiss him sometimes. See, it's the only apology we men know how to give to our sons. It's the only I'm sorry I have left to give to him. Thank you.
Check out Ed Mabrey.
Michael Sam was the first football athlete to declare he is gay prior to entering the NFL draft. Upon hearing the news, his father stated that he was so sickened he had to leave the Denny's where he was eating at the time. Dear sir, or dear Mike's dad, I would like to think the reason you felt sick to your stomach while at Denny's was that your stomach realized you were feeding it Denny's. Or maybe it was a sinking sensation that one of your sons, not the one who got shot, not the two currently in prison, not the one who ran away from home and never came back, or the daughter you didn't even talk about, but the sweet, quiet one who used to bite down on his smile till blood ran from his lips like laughter, would get up every day to run away from home but come back after the beatings, after he left his mother twice, back after your absence, carried more sorrow than he could lift. Maybe it was a sinking sensation that one of your sons had not only survived your storms, but thrived in them. You said you responded that way because you old school, like Bootsy Parliament Funkadelic old school, but I think you meant more like Jim Crow old school, or Alabama church bombing old school, or Walt old school, kike dyke fag old school, sissy cracker nigga old school. Like you had too many guns that day and not enough triggers old school. You said the news was hard to swallow, as if growing up with a father who shows his love with his fist slurs and vanishing acts is easy on the throat, easy like hiding in a closet until daddy calms down, like closet begins to feel like home, home begins to feel like foreign word on your tongue because you know you was cool with all the straight things about men's professional football.
Men naked, showering together every day for years. In a sport that tells men to bend over on all fours, look another man in the eye, grunt and groan, wait for a ball to come between your legs, tackle the man in front of you, pile up on top of him, so the man in the striped uniform comes out and blows a whistle or throws a handkerchief in the sky, slap each other on the ass and celebrate a job well done while doing perfect choreographed dance moves and wearing the tightest and brightest spandex and lycra, because all this is so straight and normal in your eyes, but God forbid, he look in another man's eyes and see something like friendship, attraction, or love, or anything. You might have forgot to fill him up your way on the day out the door one day. No, let's teach our black men how to hit, main, tackle, and deconstruct, how to turn goalposts to points of no return and closets into 100 yards of green grass. So I guess that means no Bayard Rustin, no Alvin Ailey, no Garrett Thomas, because there aren't enough monsters in this world killing our black boys daily. You gotta go Dracula and drain your own son's Declaration of Freedom without thinking about all the other Michael Sams that got acquitted that day he came out, stood up and said, if he can do it, so can I. Would like to think if my own son came after me as being gay, y'all, I'd be a bigger man than you. But hope my daily affirmation of his beauty as a child would have prepared him to face the judgmental world, knowing that his father was the first man to love him openly for the world to see. So to say another man loves him would be no big deal. My only question is, does that person love and accept you for who you are? If the answer is yes, then who cares about the rest, man? It's not like we so-called straight people of the world have been doing such a bang-up job anyway, but don't worry. I'm sure your son forgives you. I mean, it seems he has enough room in his heart to love a man, so surely there must be room in there, even for a man like you.
So as a poet, I think you present a lot of work that you hope changes things, but oftentimes, you know, like it's a poem, it doesn't necessarily fix everything, but it does bring to light like a really important issue. And so I love this piece because it talks about the Michael Sam story, or at least a part of it that I think was kind of glossed over when it like hit the limelight, and that was like what it must have been like for his family and who Michael Sam's family was, and were they supportive or not, and obviously his dad was not, and he does it in a very like eloquent way, but it paints this picture that is kind of like almost maddening, because you have this guy who's not even there, domestic violence, and yet he suddenly has an opinion about his son's sexuality and how it was so disgusting to him, and yet, you know, you have things like football, which has so many homosexual tendencies, like Ed points out so beautifully, that can you really be surprised? I'm sure there's like a much bigger level of homosexuality in NFL than in the light right now, and yet, you know, like the media needed a scapegoat, Michael Sam fit the bill, and now we have all this like press and attention on this issue. But you know, it doesn't really talk about like the heart of the issue, which is like the home, like the place where you're supposed to feel the most support.
Absolutely.
And he didn't have that, and that's just like heartbreaking. This whole piece is just really heartbreaking.
It is. But I was really thankful that Ed wrote this piece, especially as an adult man, and I felt like that was important. And I'm like, I hope that Michael Sam has seen this video, or it would be great if he did, because I want him to know that not all adults and not all dads and parents are like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of youth who get disowned these days, they need that. They need that support because they're not getting it from their parents. So. Yeah,
and he talks about his dad being like old school, but you know, chances are he's probably close to Ed Mabrey's age, and yet you have, you know, someone like Ed Mabrey who is such the polar opposite of what Michael Sam's father was probably like. So that you're so right. That is such an important thing to bring to light. Like that not everybody is like this. Not everybody that grew up during this time period is going to view it the same. And you know, Michael Sam's our age. He was born in 1990. Like it's crazy that, you know, we're still like experiencing this kind of stuff and this kind of like discrimination and almost segregation. But it's still prevalent.
Still
so
real.
It's still so important to talk about these issues. So thank you so much to Ed Mabrey.